Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. If you're new to the channel, anyways, welcome. So for all you regulars, am I back? Hell, I don't know. For those of you in the dark, there's two previous videos. I'm not talking about the reveal video, but the other two videos are self-explanatory. If you watch them, I'm not going into that within this video. What I'm here for this evening is I've decided to do the elements reading for mid-month December is what I've thought I would do. Earth, air, fire, and water. Not necessarily in that order, but they'll all be posted at the same time. So yes, I thought I would do that. I'm going to pull two cards. I'm debating about a significator. I think I will, but I'll pull the old tarot, the deck that's just called tarot. Out for that. I have to do a reach on that. I'll have to leave my seat for a moment. But anyways, that's what I'm here for. Am I back to normal? Oh my Lord, by no means, no, not at all. That would be. I'm still a person. I may be a reader, but I'm still a human being. So, having said that, my next goal after completing these is to do the monthlies for January. Really want to do those very badly. It's the beginning of the year. It's so vital and important to get those messages out to you guys for the coming year. And maybe that's what I'll do too. Maybe I won't even do it. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do another elements reading for the new year of 2018 overall and still do the monthlies. I could probably handle that. It's just one more video. For this turnaround, I'm going to break this into 4 different sets. Earth will be a video on its own, and fire and water and air, you'll all have your own videos. Is what I'm going to do. 4 is not a big deal. I couldn't see myself doing 12 videos. I am sorry about that. I'm just not up to it. I'm doing the best that I can, and I think the best thing for me right now is to have a purpose when I get up every day, and to maybe try to keep myself as busy as possible. I seem to do better when I keep myself busy and I'm occupied. Some would say you're not facing it. You're avoiding the inevitable. Maybe so, and maybe not. Maybe it's just the way I'm wired. I don't know. I can't make any promises at this point. But anyways, enough of that. I put your smudge up. Try to balance things out. I sure needed it an awful lot. We're in the middle of a rain and windstorm here. It's a little on the mild side, so I have my window open beside me because I like the natural sound effects. Anyway, let's get on to the reading. And this is for the element of water. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. I think this may be your 2 cards for the month of December, mid-December 2017, from the 14th through to December 31st. Pendulum, we consult with Pendulum now. Pendulum are the first 2, as this deck stands, are the first 2 foremost cards. The cards for the spread for the water element, the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and no, it's not. I'm going to close that window for a moment. That might be interfering. Let's try this again. Pendulum, Spirit are the two topmost cards as this deck stands. The cards for this next reading for the water element, the signs of Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. No, it's not. All right. All right. I don't wait for the big swings because it's a time thing, right? Length of video and all. So we won't argue. It says no. Keep shuffling, it said. And I don't argue anymore with tarot. I don't. I lose every time. If I go against what I think, let's see if these are your cards. As this deck stands, are the two topmost cards in this deck, the cards for the spread for the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the water element. And I'm getting yes. All right. First two cards, and I'm going to have to fetch your significator. I still didn't get them out of the box. The very first card, the Four of Cups. This is for mid-December 2017. Mid-December through to the end of the month from the 13th, 14th on, 14th. Your second card, Three of Pentacles. Recognition. So far, so good. Excuse me. You're going to hear some racket. So I'm sorry ahead of time. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to sit down with this box. Thank you for the box, Yvonne. It's where I keep my cards now. Thank you so much. It's so convenient. Your little booklet on the oils. Yvonne O'Brien is a member of the channel here and of the group Bay of Funny Fortunes on Facebook. She sent me a beautiful gift box with all kinds of goodies. This is just tarot. It's not just tarot, it's tarot. That's the name. And one significator will come off of this one for the overall reading for the mid-month. Okay, now I've got a mountain of stuff around me. Don't anybody complain you can't hear me. Have you noticed anything different? And I'm not talking about my chest or my blouse. Anybody? See? Don't complain to me. Please don't get mad at me. I've done everything I can, and I'm not taking it any further. Brand new microphone. All right. Problems on your end. Most of you it already was. All right, so we're going to get into this now. Okay. Four Cups. Boredom. Don't like this card very much just because it's so... You hear you're so far down. Sometimes things are so far down. You're so far down that you need to reach up to touch bottom. Not just touch bottom. You're even beyond that. All right? You are... This message is for somebody that's lost hope. All right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're losing hope. Your hope for a better future are fading. You were the eternal optimist at one time. You're not anymore. You find yourself slipping further and further and further down. But the further down you go is what you need to know. Because you will wake up and you will come back, but the further down you go right now, the harder the climb back's going to be. The longer it's going to be. The more burdensome it's going to be. See, I'm hearing for you guys. You need to shake it off a little bit. You need to do some slouching off, some shaking off. You need to shake things up a bit. All right? This is called a last push. And everybody's got one last push into infinity around them. What that means is never-ending hope, never-ending belief that there's always a chance, always, 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 to come back better, stronger, a better you, more of you. Yes, I said more of you. Are you too much for some people? Sucks to be them, because you're fantastic. That's what I'm picking up on. This is for people that are real and they're grounded. They call a spade, if that's the way it is. But they're human as well. You guys are human, all right? You're allowed to get down. And sometimes you have no choice in it. Those are the hardest times when you get beaten down, even when you're fighting back. It happens. That's real life, correct? That is real life. Sometimes, you can go through something and you say, I tried with every fiber of my being, and I didn't win. I didn't get what I wanted. I give up. I have nothing left to give. And there's the resolve right there. In the wrong direction. I resolve to do nothing. I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to try anymore. At all. It's easier. Don't set myself up for things that aren't going to happen. Things that won't come to me that I want to come to me. Good enough. I'm not going to try anymore. That's what I'm hearing here for somebody. Whether you want to come back or not again, you will. Okay? You could sit and lick your wounds. You can do the big pity party. And I'm all for a good pity party. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when you get lost in the party and you never leave. You don't know when to call it quits. You don't know when to put the pity drink down and say enough is enough. It's just an ongoing 24/7. Woe is me. Deep despair and misery. And if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Yeah, they wrote a song about it. Sorry, you're not the first one. You're not the only one. It's been done many times over. And guess what? Somebody really needs to hear this. I'm hearing some. I don't mean this as an insult, but the word immaturity is coming to mind. But what I want to say is inexperienced. Is what I would rather. That's a word I'd rather use. Young and inexperienced, and feeling this is it. Well, you're what, 18, 25, 32? Okay. By the time you start hitting 40, that's when wisdom should start kicking a little too. If you're under 40, you've still got some growing to do. Take my word for it. Take Tarot's word for it as well, because it's speaking the truth to you. This is going to be going on for you in December. I just heard somebody having a really bad Christmas. And that's a sad spot, and it feels very gray and very down, because you can't carry out the Christmas you wish to. Neither can I, so I can relate to that. Think of it this way. This has been haunting me for 3 days, because it feels like where I'm at right now, and some of you are as well in your own respective places of, I feel sometimes when the worst of the worst comes at us, when our worst fears become reality, and you say, how'd this happen? How did this happen? How did I end up here? It's almost like there's a demon, all right? We're just the bad karma. What we would view as bad karma comes at you, and it almost seems to have a life force of its own, an entity of its own, and it's out to get you, so you think, right? You believe that. The why me? The why me syndrome keeps fishing from your brain. Why me? Why me? Why me? And the old answer to that is always, well, why not you? Why not you? Correct? I look at it this way, as a challenge. I rise to meet the challenge of my losses, of the things that I didn't attain, the things that I worked my heart out for. And you know what? Yeah, I may have got knocked down, right? When I say me, I mean you as well. So forgive me. This isn't about me. This is about all of us. But when I get knocked down, when we get knocked down, here's what can happen. You either go with the flow and let it just, like a tidal wave, wash right over you and drown you and keep you down. All right? You can take it as a challenge and go, oh yeah? You think I'm down? I'm not down. It's going to take more than that to keep me down. As I live and breathe, I'll never stop fighting. I'll never stop working hard. I'll never stop believing. And I'll never stop hoping. Because you're not going to take it away from me as long as I live and breathe. And that's what you tell fate. All right? You tell karma. You call it whatever you want. But that's what you need to do. You really, really, really need to start believing and hold on. Because, whether you want to or not, you're going to go through it again. And you just, like I said, you are going to make the climb back up. It's just going to be longer and harder, but you will do it. So you can think about throwing in the towel on that now and make a big comeback on your own. Or you can wallow in it a little bit longer. That's up to you. Nobody can make you see any differently. Good enough. The advice of this card is to look for inspiration, to renew your faith, so that you can bring what you need when you need it to yourself. Count on yourself before you count on anybody else. That way, if people let you down, it's not so much of a letdown. It's not so much of a jar. You can take care of yourself. That's the main thing. Your keywords are stagnation. All right, you have to watch for that and pull yourself out of it. Despondency, disillusionment, self-protection, a need for change, stubbornness, and rigidity. Let the crap go. Let it go. Get yourself back to where you need to be. Your second card for the mid-December is Three of Pentacles in recognition. Money for a job well done. For somebody out there, positive attention is going to be given to your work. And your success is not going to be private. All right? It's going to be more public. It'll be talked about on Facebook. We'll put it that way. I don't think it's going to make MSN News or anything, but it's going to be talked about in some public forum. This could be a local community paper, newspaper, your town's paper. This could be something as simple as just Facebook as well, where everybody's going to be recognizing you for something that you've done, all right? The advice is to be very, very proud of any work or achievements that you have done at this time. More successes in the waiting. More successes in the cards. And, no, I was just going to laugh because it's talking. More successes in the cards. Never mind. It was just something I was talking to somebody about last night, and they used a funny phrase because they thought I used a funny phrase. I might as well let you in. It's my buddy Jack. I talk about him all the time in the cancer videos. I use the word straight away, meaning right away, immediately. He said straight away. Why you Canadians talk so weird? He's from the U.S. So he used the word back at me. Cheerio. Cheerio. In other words, ta-da, see you. Anyway, that popped into my head for some reason. The whole, I don't know why that did, but it did. It was funny. You had to be there. It was funny at the time. Keywords: reputation, learning, skill, performances, reward, security, and completion. The tying up of, the ending of, all good things, nothing really bad here. It's a card of moving on up, moving on and moving on up, like the song says. But it's being recognized for who you are. I don't have a sense of ego with this card, so it's not, they could lift you up on the chair and, do that Greek dance that they do when they lift somebody up in a chair like that, right? Or for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, they do that song, that as well. There's no ego involved. You're very, very, you're very innocent in all the glory. It's almost adorable, really. So good for you, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. That's just great. Let's deal a significator for you, okay? Let's see what we got. It's not a bad reading. Ah, damn it. It's better than the last reading I did for Cancer, let me tell you. And there's a story behind that one that all the regulars know, but all the Facebookers, the Bay of Fundy Fortune family on Facebook, they all know what that means. Yeah. I didn't need the tarot to tell me that these things were coming. I already knew on that last reading for Cancer. I already knew. I just didn't know it was going to be when the cards turned up that it was going to be then, and I didn't know it was going to be me going through that. I had no idea. None. We need a significator for the water element. The signs for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for this reading for mid-December. It's December 14th through to the 31st of December. Cut. All right. Pendulum, where'd you go? You just have to test it here. Is the foremost top card as this deck stands, the one significator card for this reading for the water element? It is. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Knight of Wands, and he came up in reverse. I'll read both sides, and you can pick whichever. If I can find my book, I think it's back in the box. Not Jack in the box. Back in the box. I think. No, it isn't. I have to. I'm trying to rearrange my table because it is Christmas here. All right. You know the drill. It's in reverse. And here we go. There is no reverse. Lucky. The Knight of Wands signifies a departure from challenge. Thank you. Carry me through. He is unsure of commitment and cannot control his own feelings. No, that doesn't resonate with me. In positive terms, though, this card indicates that one may have escaped difficulties. It's a good card overall. I hope it resonates with a lot of you. I really do. So that was your reading. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I hope I didn't make any stupid blunders. Wrong words, not focused or something. I don't know. I think I was focused. That first card was a killer. It was a real wake-up call for a lot of people, I would say. Thank you so much for being here. And if you like what you've seen this evening, you're brand new to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and you'd like to have something private and personal for yourself, I do offer that service. Please check down below this video window in the Show More section. Read through there once how everything works here. Ship me off an email, and I'll get you taken care of as quickly as possible. Also, Bay of Fundy Fortunes can be found on Facebook under Groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. It is a closed and private group. Please join us there. There are no words in any language on the planet to describe this group of people. They're very special to me. Very, very special. They're wonderful. Please join us there. So I think I'm just going to wrap that up for now. Oh, I'm burning my intuitive candle from intuitivecandles.com tonight as well. It's sitting right there. I'm burning frankincense, of course, in the spirit of Christmas. And on saying that as well, for those that celebrate the season, or Hanukkah, and I can't remember the Hungarian Christmas. I think it's on the 12th of January or somewhere in around there. It's been years since I've remembered that. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, to everybody else as well, if you celebrate this time of year, a very, 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 from my home here in Chance Harbor, New Brunswick in Canada. We've got a lot of names for this area. This is Chance Harbor, New Brunswick. New Brunswick is the province. Atlantic Canada, we have Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. The Maritimes, Newfoundland as well is in there as well. So this part of the country, we call ourselves Maritimers overall, but we love to celebrate Christmas here in Canada. And yes, we have snow, and now we have warm rain falling tonight, but that's typical weather for my area. Anyways, from my house to yours, from my heart to yours. For those of you that have been there for me, thank you so, so much for everything. The cards, the letters, the gifts, the support, the healing and the loving energies as well that have come my way. I felt them all. Overwhelming. It's really carried me through. From my heart to yours, Merry Christmas. And I hope that 2018 is kind to you all. Loving, overall abundance in every good sense of the word for everybody. Let's make 2018 a year to count and a year to remember. So if you're looking for me, you'll either catch me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, or if not, even in the wintertime, oh yes, walking on the beach down below, along the water's edge that hold the highest, mightiest tides in the whole planet, the beautiful and the bountiful Bay of Fundy. So you can always catch me waiting on the next high tide. Thank you so much for being here. Merry Christmas.